News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Fire crews battle a high-risk blaze, and Pahrump Valley High School has a drive-through event planned this week. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A windswept fire destroys one house and damages another. It's Tuesday, May 26th. I'm Michael Donohue. Deanna O'Donnell is off tonight. One home was completely destroyed by flames and another was damaged as a result. We spoke to Fire Chief Scott Lewis about Sunday's blaze on the south side of town.
Around the lunch hour on Sunday, we were dispatched a report of a structure fire. As crews were responding, they saw a well-developed smoke pattern developing in the area. As crews arrived on location, they found a well-involved single-wide manufactured dwelling. All occupants were accounted for. The windswept fire was advancing quickly to the east, where there was another stationary exposure trailer. The fire actually did impact that structure and it lit the exterior wall surface, but crews came in and quickly extinguished that, focused on the main body of fire, quickly knocked that down. The fire was placed under control in approximately 20 minutes after arrival. The fire's under investigation. It's thought to be accidental in nature, but we're investigating the possibility of either discarded smoking materials or possibly an electrical issue on the property. There were several different structures located on the property. We're looking into some electrical issues with relation to that layout on the property itself. We're also looking into the fact that there was a number of cats that appeared to be feral in nature were running around. One of our firefighters was bit on the finger attempting to rescue one from a trailer. The rescue was successful, but a firefighter was injured as a result.
Nye County deputies are searching for the person who drove a car into a utility pole Saturday in Pahrump, then fled the scene.
The driver of this blue Chevrolet Camaro ran off after crashing the vehicle into a utility pole on Wilson Road at Linda Street. Witnesses say the man took off on foot running westbound on Wilson. Deputies responding to the crash searched for the man, but it's unknown at this time if they ever found him. According to posts on social media, the owner of the car had recently reported it as stolen. Valley Electric Association crews also responded to the scene to check out the pole. A witness reported they saw sparks following the impact. The vehicle sustained heavy front-end damage. No other vehicles were involved.
A driver of a minivan last night lost control of the car on Blagg Road, which then hit a resident's fence.
Last night, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, along with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics and auxiliary units from the Nye County Sheriff's Office, responded to a single vehicle crash on Blagg Road, just north of Irene Street. The driver and only occupant of the vehicle claimed injuries at the time of the crash and was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating the cause of this accident.
And stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
The New York Stock Exchange reopens, Tesla is getting back to business, and mortgage rates are near record lows. Angela Miles has more.
Topping our news, the New York Stock Exchange is expected to reopen today. Only a small number of brokers will be allowed on the trading floor. New safety standards are in place, and the brokers will wear masks as a COVID-19 precaution. The NYSE has been closed since March 23rd. Tesla is back to normal operations. According to a memo obtained by CNBC, the electric car company is giving employees the option to take unpaid leave until May 31st if they are worried about exposure to coronavirus. Tesla resumed production at its plant in Fremont, California earlier this month, ahead of local government shelter-in-place orders. And it's a good time to buy a home. Mortgage rates have fallen to a near record level. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage recently averaged 3.24%. The 15-year fixed dropped to 2.7%. There is a suggestion rates could dip even more.
A homeowner says fireworks almost caught her house on fire last night. Luckily, some passerbyers jumped to the scene to help stomp out the blaze.
We were dispatched to the area between 20 and 50 North Murphy Street for an unknown type fire. As crews responded, we were notified that it was in fact a mostly extinguished brush fire. Crews went in, cooled the area, made sure there was no further extension. We could not rule out the possibility that fireworks were involved in the ignition of that fire.
And Pahrump Valley High School is excited to announce a class of 2020 drive-through event for their graduates. PVHS says that the seniors can show off their Trojan spirit and decorate their cars for Wednesday and Thursday's event. The high school will have a station set up to pick up honor sashes from 5 to 9 p.m. May 27th and May 28th from 8 a.m. to noon and 6 to 8 p.m. If any graduates need to borrow a cap or gown, please email jshockley@niceschools.org. The graduation for PVHS students is this Friday, May 29th at 8 p.m. You can view it on KPVM's Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 25.1. If you haven't picked up your free graduation sign to be placed in the Calvada Eye, you need to do so by tomorrow night at 6 p.m. here at the KPVM-TV at 890 South Higley Street. Now, if you're planning your next cookout, you'll want to hear this. There's been a lot of talk about whether eating meat is harmful. And now another study adds to the notion that too much meat could be bad for your heart and your overall health. Cleveland Clinic's Kate Patton says it shows eating both red and white meat may come with risks.
A higher intake of processed red meat, unprocessed red meat, or poultry, but not fish, was associated with increased risk of cardiovascular disease.
The study looks at nearly 30,000 U.S. adults and finds that all types of meat, except fish, may contribute to heart disease. All processed meats, along with unprocessed red meats, were linked to an increased risk of death. Patton says avoiding processed meats whenever possible is always a good idea. This includes bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. And when it comes to chicken, she says it's best to stick with grilled varieties. Fried and breaded chicken contain extra carbs and fat that we don't need. Patton also says it's a good idea to keep red meat intake to a minimum and instead focus on getting more fish in your diet.
Try and limit red meat to only lean cuts, so very lean cuts. And I try to encourage people to maybe only do that once, maybe twice a week. And then poultry, again, kind of in moderation would be okay, but really try to work on, getting in the fish as often as you can, but ideally 2 to 3 times a week.
The study finds that fish is always a good option and was not linked to heart disease or death. Complete results of the study can be found in JAMA Internal Medicine.
And stay with us. We'll be back with more right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
With technology-based learning being the norm right now, a teacher named Mr. Rogers is embracing his namesake and cleverly reaching his students through education videos they can both watch and star in. He says the Mr. Rogers persona is just what kids need right now to show them that they've not been forgotten and they're not alone.
Good morning, Mr. Rogers.
Good morning, class. How are we doing today?
Austin teacher Mark Rogers embraces his Mr. Rogers persona as a way to entertain, comfort, and keep his students feeling connected during the COVID-19 shutdown.
The 0 till the 8.
What?
Nice belt.
Oh, that's funny, Zoe.
He's doing it with creative videos like this one, giving classmates a chance to see themselves and each other.
And what kids are missing is the connection they had with their teacher and their friends in their classroom. And so I'm bridging that gap by creating a classroom environment filled with pictures and videos.
Welcome to Science Time. I'm your host, Mr. Rogers.
While virtual class is offered, Mr. Rogers says the videos are important because not all students have equal access to a live virtual classroom.
So some of the kids only have opportunities to actually see the videos in the morning or at night.
He's able to relate to the kids very well in the videos that he does. It's not just the lessons, it's more animated. It's more, hey, I know we're doing this from home, but let's let's do it as best as we can.
This mom says her son is a big fan of Mr. Rogers, which is a good thing, as Michael will be with Mr. Rogers throughout the course of his K-12 schooling, thanks to a program known as looping.
Looping is where you, the teacher, learn new content the next year, but keep the same students. That way, you know exactly where they are academically, how to help them learn best.
So looping allows him to move up with this class of students through high school as their math instructor.
It's almost like for Michael, a steady person in his life, a steady person to grow up with. In a way, almost like a
steady person helping his students through the COVID-19 changes today and ready to go the distance with his students tomorrow.
Hello, everybody.
Kim Martinez reporting.
PVFRS and NCSO responded to a 3-vehicle crash this afternoon at the intersection of Highway 160 and 372. Now County Sheriff's Office deputies and NHP also responded to the rear-end type collision. Luckily, no serious injuries were reported at the time of the crash, and all occupants declined to be transported. Now in today's Save a Pet, we'll meet Buddy, an all-black cat looking for his forever home. Darby O'Donnell joins us from Desert Haven Animal Society with more.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Buddy. Buddy is an all-black cat. He's 1 year old. He has beautiful green eyes. He is a love bug, let me tell you. He'll meow at you until you come and pick him up. He loves being held. The entire time I was doing the other animals, my mom was actually holding him. He purrs really, really loud. He's just a sweet cat who's looking for his forever home. So if you want to see Buddy or any of his friends here in the cat room, come on down to Desert Haven Animal Society. Give them a call ahead of time so you can make an appointment to view the animals, 775-751-7020. You can look them up online at Desert Haven Animal Society on their Facebook page. Okay, bye, Buddy.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
And now as we get ready to head to break, let's take a sneak peek outside at that weather cam. Looking like some nice clear skies outside, not a whole lot going on, and we'll have your weather right here in a moment.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Welcome back to News 25. Now taking a look at our surrounding areas, we got a couple places up in those triple digits. Amargosa, a high of 100 degrees, a low of 70. Las Vegas, 101 with a low of 75. And Death Valley, way up there with a high of 112, a low of 84 degrees. Now Beatty, 97, a low of 67. 90, a low of 57 in Goldfield. 86, 55 in Tonopah. 89, 56 in Carson City. 94, a low of 55 in Fallon. And 93.58 in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high was 98 degrees. Winds out the west-southwest up to 7 miles per hour with 9% humidity. And our sunrise at 5:29 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. Our low is 71 degrees. It is 98 outside currently with 7-mile-per-hour winds out of the east-southeast. 16% humidity and 7:52 tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead for our 7-day, we're expecting some sunny skies from Wednesday to Saturday. From pretty much the beginning of next week, we're expecting some clouds to roll in. And we also are going to still be dealing with those high winds up to 11 and 14 miles per hour on Wednesday to Thursday, 22 miles per hour on Friday, down to 17 and 16 miles per hour Saturday and Sunday, and then 15 and 14 miles per hour by the beginning of next week, Monday and Tuesday. Now Wednesday to Friday, we're still going to be seeing temperatures up in those triple digits, just around 103 and 105 degrees. Going to come down just a little bit over the weekend with highs of 92 degrees and down a little bit more on Monday and Tuesday with highs of 88 and 85 degrees. Now, our overnights are also starting to cool off, just not as drastically. On Wednesday to Friday, we're going to be expecting those lows in about those mid to low 70s, between 72 and 76 degrees, down to 76 on Saturday and Sunday, and then about those low 60s next Monday and Tuesday. And well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Michael Donohue, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.